Hi guys, it's V. I was gonna get up and do my to get the rest of the decks I need for my Oracle Obsessed tag, but if you'll look right there, yeah, she hasn't left my lab. And I'm one of those that I can't move right now because she hasn't left my lab. But I do have a couple decks right here I want to talk about. I just got this deck in thanks to Simon. He was showing it at his live chat last week. I'm pretty sure this is the one. And I really like it. And it reminded me of a deck that I had gotten not too long ago, the Van Gogh Tarot. And I'll show you why it reminded me of it, but why I didn't like the Van Gogh Tarot, but why I really do like this. So the Van Gogh Tarot I saw on Game Crafters. I love Rider-Waite decks. I always look at clones. The Centennial is my absolute favorite. So this one, I love the Tudor Rose backing. So they changed the coloring on this and made it wavy to be like Van Gogh. So here's what the cards look like. There's the Fool. So the coloring was a little different and they just kind of made it wavy. I almost liked it, but not quite. The pictures looked really interesting, but once I held it in my hand, I thought, I'll go through this deck sometimes, and I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for, but it's not going to be a reading deck. It's a very interesting concept, but it just, it didn't really speak to me. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. So what reminded me of that is when I did get this one in yesterday. The first thing I saw was the Tudor Rose backing. Now that I like. I like the blue, that's pretty, but I love that. So when I looked at the cards, first the card stock is pretty good and it smells good. I love the smell of new cards. This is Low Scarabeo. And I love the way Low Scarabeo decks smell. So anyway, I like it. I like it a lot. It has sort of that same coloring. It's a different coloring, but it's clear and it's varied. I really, really like this. Look how beautiful that is. Now I don't know if it would replace my love for the Centennial, but it's right up there. I think this is my second favorite deck. The coloring is beautiful. The lines are beautiful. It's not too smoothed out. It's not too grainy. It's just right. So, and the more I look at it, the more I like it. That death card is great. I just love it. You know, and I don't use the Rider-Waite Smith deck. I don't use these decks so much when I'm doing readings, but I love having them. And part of the reason I don't is there's always something wrong with the coloring or the artwork. There's so many other ones that just really sing and speak to me, even though these are the images that I have in my head and kind of like the base for all the cards for me. But I really, really like this. So of course I'm probably going to have to trim this because it's going to be a working deck for me. And I am going to use it. But it's what I wanted the Van Gogh Tarot to be, but wasn't. I like the crispness of this one. So this is just a quick look at, I think I had to get this on eBay because Amazon was already out. Completely out. But I did find it on eBay. I like the way the skies look. The skies are very pretty. You don't see purple in many of them, but when you do, it's a beautiful color. That one's pretty. That is my stomach. Holy moly. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but it was loud. Ooh, I love the way that turned out. There's a 10. Now that I've gone this far, I may as well flip through the rest of them. It's my 2 of Pentacles. My card lately that's just stalking me. Love her. So yeah, that's the deck. I am very, very happy with it. I love it. And since I'm just going to talk about little odds and ends, I'm going to have to get her off my lap because I need to do that Oracle Obsessed when I have the time. But I did want to show a couple of things. Okay, just random, not tarot stuff at all. But when I got the laptop, I realized the one thing I couldn't do on it was show spread. So I want to do a couple majors on majors and a mother piece spread with the mother piece cards. But I can't do it on my laptop. I need something that can look down on I use the poker table a lot because it's felt, it's nice. And I couldn't do it with the laptop. So my phone is the best way to do that, but it's so full of pictures, and the computer that I sync it up to is so old. So I got this little thing. If you guys have a problem with having your iPhone or iPad too full of pictures, this is called Easy Flash. I got it off Amazon. I actually got it off Amazon now. It got delivered that day. But if you do that, it's a USB. If you do this, it's a Lightning port. And then you just go to the App Store and download the app that goes with it. Easy peasy. Move the pictures onto this, move the pictures onto my laptop. And then I could delete the pictures I didn't want on my phone. I freed up like 11 gig. Because I didn't want to go through the pictures. Like, I don't know which one of these pictures I want to keep and all, and sort through them. So now I can use my phone because this little thing works great. For years, I've tried to figure out a good way to get the pictures from the phone to the laptop, vice versa. So this works great. And I also wanted to show, I got my first bit of mail love, and I love it. I mean, I've gotten decks that I've traded or bought or whatever, but just someone to just like gift me something. This was the first thing I got, and this is from the beautiful Katie from Layer Cake Arts and her round tin. I will find the video and link it. She is into round decks as I am, and she made these beautiful tins. And this one, and I just spilled them all out. Like, even the inside, it's so great. I love this so much. Thank you, Katie. It's so awesome. And what I'm keeping in it is my giant Rider-Waite Smith that I made into a round deck. And on Tarot with Scissors, and people were talking about it, you guys that use scissors to cut your decks around, I don't know how you do it because that's so hard. I got a bunch of circle punches, and this is the biggest one I could find. And it made a great size Rider-Waite Smith. I've talked before about reading directions, and Chris did a video. I don't have my mother piece right here with me, but she did a live video, and there was I dropped some of the cards. There was the Empress and the Ten of Wands, and I tried reading it, but I was having to type. Chris was the one that was live, and then she just said, "Well, read this, T." And so I'm gonna use this because I don't have my mother piece, and I tried typing it, but I didn't do a good job of explaining. So let me take those same cards. Okay, so if I remember right, it was the first card was the Empress straight up, and then it was the Ten of Wands to the right. So what I wasn't able to articulate then is, yes, those were my cards that day. The Empress straight up. I am in a period of creativity and nurturing. You know, as I said, the Empress, you create your world. The Emperor, you control your world. So I am in a phase of creation and bounty and plenty, and it's awesome. But with 2 cards, not only, but also. It's the Ten of Wands to the right. And here's where reading directionally. Here's upright, here's reversed. What I wasn't articulating was that it being to the right was, it doesn't overwhelm me right now. I am proactively taking on more than I usually would. What would have overwhelmed me, what would have been like this, is now to the right. I am actually engaging in that energy, and it isn't overwhelming me right now. So, and it bugged me that I could not type fast enough to put what I was thinking with that, but that is how I read directionally. And when you read directionally, it will end up being how you see it. Even reversals go differently. Some people will take a reversal as meaning, it doesn't mean that it's blocked or it's the opposite, but it's the, or shadow side, it could be the unconscious influence in a reading or in that thing, where this is more conscious, but that it's influencing the situation unconsciously. But I don't read reversals with regular cards. One, I like to have all my cards straight up and interacting. I get the different shades based on the situation, the connotation. But with round cards, you can't help but read them directionally. And it's crazy. Square cards the same way. A square card can go in all 4 directions. That's why I like making, and I especially like making the classic Rider-Waite Smith decks square around, because one of the other fun things is you find the focal point of the card. We're all so used to seeing these cards that by finding a focal point, you zero in on that. You almost see the cards in a different way. So not only did I want to show off the beautiful tin that I got, that I love so much, I wanted to clarify those 2 cards that I pulled in Kay Chris's live chat a little bit ago. So now she jumped off my lap so I can get all my stuff ready and do the Tarot Obsessed tag next. And I will talk to you guys soon. See ya.